last 5 or so years, the Royal Rumble's been rather bittersweet for me. I feel like I've been invited to a party by a long-term friend. I go, I see some old friends, we have some food, we listen to some music. And, you know, we listen to stuff everybody likes, a bit of this and a bit of that. But then the friend that's hosting the party, they have this song that they've made, and they play it 2 or 3 times during the night. And, you know, we go through the night and everyone's had a good time, but at the very end of the night, they put their song back on, again and again and again, really loudly. And it just puts everybody off and sends everybody home in a really bad mood. That's just what I feel like the Royal Rumble's done the last 5 years or so. Just, I look forward to the event, they hype the shit out of it, and then it just seems to be a massive letdown at the end. And for the last 3 years now, Roman Reigns has been at the centre of that storm. Whether it's his fault or not, management's call, but sort of starting to feel sorry for the guy. So let's just look at the pay-per-view. I did actually watch the kickoff, so we'll get into that first. And as you'd expect to start off, we've got SmackDown 6 Vagina Tag Team match. What a set of cunts. No, not the ladies involved. Raw gets 2 matches, spread across the pay-per-view, and they just get SmackDown's lasses out of the way quickly. Nice one. I do hope that the SmackDown Women's Championship gets to be defended in the Elimination Chamber, you know, just like the Raw lasses got Hell in a Cell, but I doubt that's going to fucking happen. And for the match itself, Naomi, of all people, got a pinfall against Alexa Bliss. Naomi, who's just been plucked from obscurity last week on SmackDown, has now pinned the champ, so I'm guessing she's getting a push. Chris Jericho and Kevin Owens wind up Charles the Dwarf backstage. They also do a bit of pissing and moaning about being stuck in a cage and being stuck in a fight with Roman Reigns tonight. Well, I didn't see that coming so soon. Gallows and Anderson defeated Cesaro for the Tag Team Championships. I was hoping Sheamus and Cesaro would hold on to them for a bit longer, but I guess we're just going to have loads of rematches and they're probably going to get them back soon. Good match though. Nia Jax completely ruined Sasha Banks within a few minutes, finishing her off with a Samoan drop. The Heartbreak Kid Shawn Michaels enters the ring. He goes through his usual stuff of making fun of his age and that lot. Then he presses the start button to get the whole show going. I'm done. Just bring out the Rousey or an assault rifle or just something to end all this. I don't give a tiny little rat's ass what the fuck happens in the Raw Women's Divas division now. It's pointless. Fuck off. WWE, you modest little buggers. Yeah. Dun 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 dun. Well, that's what you get for coming out last when you're not the fucking champion. You were announced first in the ring, so why couldn't you have come out first? This happens with AJ and Cena as well, but I recorded that section before I did this, so whoops. Reigns and Owens did actually put on a very entertaining match. Owens jumped off the top and put Roman through the bloody table on the outside, that looked sore. He also built a nice little Tower of Peace. Jericho tried to throw the Nooks down to him to give him a hand, which he gave him a Superman punch, and still no effect obviously. The only thing that's going to put Roman away properly is a bullet. And here is that bullet. When it looks like Roman was about to win, Braun Strowman appeared and completely destroyed him. Tried to put him through the table, but he just bounced off it. Strowman then dragged Reigns back into the ring and gave him the old running power slam through a table in the corner. As he left, Owens just rolled onto him and won. Enzo and Kaz hawk KFC while Enzo asked to be left alone with chicken. Just, you know, because. Remember when it was Daniel Bryan's year and you fucked him over by giving it to Batista, and then Roman Reigns the next year? Sadly, Stephanie McMahon happens to be the voice of logic in this instance, pointing out to Mick Foley the uselessness and complete redundancy of the shark cage in the Kevin Owens and Roman Reigns match. Cena Strowman interfered anyway, and foiling Foley's plans of Roman being the champion and taking it off Kevin Owens, so yeah, shit, cheers Steph. Anyway, Sami Zayn and Dean Ambrose picked their numbers for the Royal Rumble. There's a lot of ball jokes in here. Sami Zayn's overly anxious, he wants to know what number he's got, and Dean Ambrose just plays the cool as a cucumber card. He doesn't really care. But he doesn't tell anybody what his number is, so how does anybody know when to play his music? More fucking holes in logic here. Nice one. Now it's time for me to get very excited as we've got Corey Graves, Mauro Ranallo and Austin Aries all at the table at once at a pay-per-view. I don't have to watch 205 live. As per usual, the Cruiserweights put on a fantastic match. Neville and Rich Swann, great talent. Neville looked mean as shit, Swann looked really sympathetic, he tried his hardest, but Neville just ground him into a fine paste and made him tap, becoming the new Cruiserweight champion. Now we go to the New Day to whore something shamelessly also. They're whoring VUDU, video demand, some fucking shit. Few people on the internet have mentioned that too much advertising in WWE. I agree, there should be some advertising, that's obviously how they make the money, but they're just fucking greedy. I mean, there's even adverts on the network when we've already paid our subscription fees. Piss off, greedy sods. Apart from David Otunga rubbing one out over John Cena's muscles, and JBL sounding like he was drunk throughout most of this match, AJ and Cena put on match of the night easily, possibly even match of the year, and we're still only in January. There were twists and turns, highs and lows, Cena got frustrated, he looked like he was going to have to pull something new out of the bag. I think overall he hit about 5 AAs, including one off the top, which that I don't care what anybody says, everyone was convinced that that was it, because I don't recall the last time somebody kicked out of an AA off the top. AJ brought his A game, hitting with about 4 or 5 Styles clashes and Cena kicked out of them. Just near fall after near fall towards the end, and it was a really good match. Everyone in the crowd was fucking on their feet and loving it. And then just to stick a nice big fat exclamation mark on the whole thing, Cena hits Styles with an AA, grabs an arm and a leg, rolls over him, rolls through, picks him up and hits him straight away with another one, looking like a right beast. Hats off, fella, you fucking deserve this. I don't care what anybody says. If anybody in the history of wrestling deserves to have the championship more than anybody, it's you, and I'm sorry, not Ric Flair. The amount of time this guy puts into one company, into other people, and putting other people before him. I mean, look at this in the crowd. It should be his moment. He's just bloody tied a record, broken a record, however you want to look at it. And he's sharing the moment with a sick child. So, you know, making his night rather than it all being about Cena. So hats off, or a nice big bow, or just a little round of applause. And I'm hoping you get a couple more, actually, than 16. As well as NXT getting their own Byron Saxton, they also got a visit from Seth Rollins last night. Rollins rushed into the ring, tried to cause a scene, Triple H came out and sent security on him and he got chucked out. Triple H didn't get his hands dirty one little bit. So because of this, we've now got Seth Rollins face to face with Stephanie McMahon. I like how Steph's got a face up on there, just like she thinks she's some kind of draw and people want to come and see her. Yeah, nice one, love. Remember when you had all those other superstars you could have given the belt to? You gave it to Flair? Yeah, I remember. Despite my grumblings at the beginning of this issue, there were actually some key moments in the Royal Rumble match that I enjoyed and that I thought were quite important, so I'm going to go through some of them. I was just incredibly underwhelmed with the overall booking for the match, as well as the winner. The overall theme for the Rumble, I felt, was just kicking Chris Jericho in the balls, which was amusing when Jack Gallagher came in and used his umbrella. I was also highly amused when James Ellsworth came down and looked like he was going to have to be face to face with Braun Strowman with Carmella trying to egg him on. I thought he missed a trick though, because when Braun got chucked over the top and he nearly landed, they could have had Ellsworth just jump on his feet and eliminate him. So it was he that got him eliminated at Survivor Series, and then he's got him eliminated in the Royal Rumble. It could have been one of those amusing little tidbits that he could have gloated about, and Strowman could just forever hold a grudge because of this. But yeah, Dean Ambrose came down and encouraged Ellsworth to get in, said they'd double team him, but Ambrose just fed him to him. And he got chucked out of the ring quite nastily, landed flat on his back. I think he was meant to land on his feet, looked a bit rough. And here's something I think they did well. Everyone jumped Braun and they were trying to get him out, and then Baron Corbin comes in and even teams up with him just to eliminate him. And this showed like little alliances being made with the current roster to get the monsters out, which to me makes sense because WWE have chucked a load of monsters in this Rumble, and normal human beings who are just good wrestlers or tough guys still can't take on a monster in their logic and storytelling. So it was good that people joined together, but it didn't happen enough. It seems Lana's been riding Rusev a little too hard. He's got a broken nose, he's got a nice little mask on. Cesaro was entertaining when he got to get all of his stuff in. He gave everyone a big swing and he almost swung Sheamus. Then Cesaro tossed the New Day out, much to their delight, and then Chris Jericho tosses them out. You know, nice big grin afterwards. Sheamus and Cesaro start to argue on the outside, which could suggest that they're going to split soon. Hopefully they won't, and they'll keep back on at the Tag Championships. And now it gets to the point where everyone comes in with 5 finishing moves stored up, and Randy Orton hits everyone with an RKO. With Luke Harper in, focuses on Orton. Wyatt tries to stand between them and keep the peace, but then Harper drops him, and he goes for the Sister Abigail, but then just as he's about to hit it, he eats an RKO. And then Brock comes in with his finishing moves, he cleans house, and then he cleans his teeth with Enzo Amore, much to the fucking orgasmic delight of Corey Graves and myself. Yeah, hats off to Enzo for puffing his chest out and having a go and all that, but he's annoying as piss, and it was just beautiful to see him get flattened. And speaking of flattened, Goldberg comes in and completely cockslaps Brock Lesnar, hits him with a spear and just dumps him outside. He lays waste to everyone, and then... dong! Nice one. They've used some theatrics for a fucking change. I grumble about this a lot, and obviously we don't want to wait 30 minutes for The Undertaker to get all the way down that long-ass ramp. But then we realised that was number 29, so there's one person left. Have they saved a nice little surprise? We got Ty Dillinger earlier on, at number 10 obviously, which the crowd enjoyed, and it was nice to see him. But it looks like they're building up for a big number 30 as you... oh no, the crowd don't like that. I don't think he likes that. Undertaker looks just as pissed off as the crowd. The crowd that is that are chanting bullshit. Reigns and Taker square off, and then other people pull them apart, and then when Taker's got his back to him, Roman Reigns comes and chucks him outside. Nice. Gives him the big dog stare. Undertaker stares back, with the WrestleMania banner in the background. I don't really care if they fight each other at WrestleMania. And we're down to 4 men. Come on, Jericho, you sneaky little bastard. Come on. No, shit is gone. Fucking Roman Reigns, you cunt. And now there's Bray and Orton teaming up on him. Gonna hit him with an RKO from a Sister Abigail stance. But yeah, Reigns counters, he eliminates Bray, but then Orton wins, which, lesser of two evils like last year. So great. It was meant to be Jericho's year. He should have fucking won that. If you weren't going to give it to him, Christ, other people on the roster. Heel Ziggler, he's got a reason to win the Rumble now that he's turned all evil, so that would have been better. Orton's already got a storyline. You could have given it to Sami Zayn. I wouldn't have been a massive fan, but it'd have been nicer to see, to actually use the Royal Rumble to launch something or someone. Baron Corbin winning that would have made sense. He won the Andre the Giant Memorial Battle Royal. It was a huge contributing factor to eliminating Braun Strowman. It would have made more sense to let him win. I would have liked to have seen Luke Harper look a bit better off in that. Or even Bray Wyatt. If they wanted to go for the championship as a family, then why not have the leader go for it? Why Orton? Was Orton just feeling bad because Cena's got his 16 championships now? And we had all these other legends come in for a bit of attention, and they don't want to see him get bored and start shitting in Divas bags again? So we've had all this fucking star power in the Royal Rumble match, and it's just gone to Orton. That's just terrible. It's just, I'm sorry, but in my opinion, it's all flash, no bollocks. They've hyped the shit out of this like mini WrestleMania, and they've just not delivered. They've got a couple of decent stills, a couple of decent video clips, but there's absolutely no substance whatsoever. So yeah, let's all look forward to WrestleMania, where we get to enjoy something new and exciting. New and exciting. New and exciting. And that's enough out of me for the time being. If you'd like to ask me questions or leave me abuse, I can be found on Twitter @BluntDamage. If you'd like to leave a comment with the video, you can follow the link in the description to the Botchamania site and do so there. And while you're on the Botchamania site, you can check out 10 quality years of Botchamania, obviously. The entire backlog of my Raw rant all the way back to my written pieces, Vinny's midweek wrestling write-ups, and a shit ton more great stuff to keep you busy on the site. Also, if you like my theme music, the band are The Colour Fire, they can be found at www.thecolourfire.com. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you next time.